So again, Marieann, so first of all, I want to bring this up. So here we are at the barrel patch. We've done a few ground games, got a little bit of communication on the ground, a little bit of feel going on. So then the next thing is, right, is before we get going around any barrels, we want to make sure that we have what under control?
Speed.
Speed, which is what? The emotional part of our horsemanship, right? The ground stuff's the mental part, the respect part. And the second part is, does our go meet our woe? So we don't want to go around the barrels here and just in our slow work and have our horse on her hands and prancing around. And I'll just bring this up. What's the dog whisperer's name? Caesar something? Or you've seen the show, The Dog Whisperer, right?
No, that's all right.
Well, anyways, it's amazing that he goes over there to Hollywood or whatever, and them rich people with them expensive dogs, and they can't control them, right? And what does he do? He ties them to his bike, and he takes them around the block 4 or 5 times, and gets them wore down before he teaches them anything, right? Or I've seen him put them on a treadmill, and right. So we got to get back out there and do our circle here, and just get a little control of our emotions. And then remember here how we need a little bit of a whoa, but we're going to call it an easy, right? Because our horse was running past the first, and I'm trying to tell you that we don't want a bigger bit. We don't want a bunch of gadgets or whatever. We do have a running martingale on right now. Is that what they call it, a German martingale? Just for now, but we'll take that off in our run. But again, we're wanting to use some verbal communication. We don't want to get in a tug-of-war with 2 hands. I had this on video the other day about, starting these horses, and you get them bent on the ground, get up on their back, and we get them bent so we can control them. And I say I try and stay off of their face with 2 hands till I really get them broke. I'm dealing with you, which is a competitor, where I didn't start this horse, and I didn't get my 90 days on it, so we're kind of piecing together a few things, but we're doing pretty good. But again, I don't want to get in a tug-of-war with 2 hands, so let's get our emotions under control, and then we're going to just check our easy out a little. We got to keep that going. We don't need to get going this weekend and run by some barrels, right?
No.
All right. Head out onto your circle here, and we're going to do our tight little circles, right, first.
Is it glass or something right there? I don't know.
Okay.
Looking.
Show me a few little tight circles on camera here. So lock that elbow in, don't let that hand bounce, just so that it's almost like she feels like she's tied to a fence post and she's got to get off of that. And then just, there you go, pull that front end through. Now, just wait, Marieann, before we go any farther here, now we got that going, let's just stop and show the people, show me what your rendition is of, look at me here, of a direct rein and a supporting rein. Give me the direct rein and the supporting rein for these people. Direct. So pinky up, you don't have to move, and give me a support. Right, so direction and a support. Okay, there's a direct support. Now the other way, just direct support. Now notice how she puts the pinky up in the air, so it tips her body to the outside of her horse, just like if I was a cow. Pretend I'm a cow. Okay, I'm going to go this way, get on the outside of your horse, and get over here and stop me. Get forward here. Now I'm going to go the other way. There's a direct support. She gets on the outside, pushes the outside of her horse to the inside. One more time for the people. Direct support. Go back as I'm a cow, and I'm going the other. Direct support, right? Now the outside of the horse is now the inside of the horse, right? Pretty good. Okay, so look at me here. Show us what an indirect rein is. Yes, so pinky in towards your belly button, and if it's not working there, it'd go up to your off shoulder if need be. You're not going to cross over the neck though, are you? You'll just go higher if need be, right? Just like that's an indirect rein, which controls the hindquarters, right? Now show me a softening rein. So you're just going to pull it to your breastbone. Yes, that is a softening rein. That's going around the circle, and you're just asking for flexion, and your foot stops them from going into the middle of the circle, right? Right? Okay, now show us a neutral rein. That's a neutral rein. So we want to, again, I stress to these people, we don't want our horses leaning on us. So we're going to not give them anything to lean on and be on a neutral rein. And then when we're going around the circle, if they want to lean at the barn, you're going to pull them through the center, which is the bullseye, dartboard, red. You got to go on the inside of that red bullseye, right? Okay, now when you're on the far side of the circle, they're going to lean on the barn. So you're going to do an indirect, yep, and keep pushing them forward until you get softness and then back to neutral. Okay, that'd be the two big moves on your circle. And then the odd time, you might just ask for softness in one rein, right? Just softening, making them look where they're going, and then back to neutral. All right? All right.